not as windy today. It was really windy yesterday. So did you enjoy your stay here at Federal Dam?
I did. It's a nice park.
What'd you do?
I read.
You read a book?
Cooked dinner.
Because it was
Watched TV.
really windy and we had cell service.
Yeah.
We used a hotspot.
Yeah. No, it's a very nice park. Very clean.
How come you didn't cook for breakfast this morning?
Because I just woke up.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, I like your camping smock, whatever it is.
Yeah. Poncho.
Poncho, yeah. We're going for a morning walk here. You can carry that for me. I got my coffee here. We're headed home this morning, but we didn't stay here but a day, and it was so doggone windy.
And cold.
Yeah, you know what? It was a little bit chilly out. I didn't put a microphone or anything on yesterday on any of the videos because I didn't want to go through the hassle of doing that. I just wanted to spontaneously do some fishing. Oh. Yeah, he had to run his hose a long way.
Feel free if you want to, though. Okay.
The fog over there. Makes me feel unsteady when I move.
Oh, it's Peter, okay. There's a couple of cabin cruisers there. Boy, look at the steam coming up off of that. All right, we stayed one night, day and a half here at Federal Dam. It was awesome. I kind of wish we'd have stayed another day. I was starting to have a really good time here. I didn't get to do a bike ride. There's a lot of people starting to come now. I was catching fish. There were some people catching some monster fish. I saw it. So yeah, we're gonna head home. We'll come back this way next week, go to a different campground. So we're on our way home. Like I said, we didn't stay that long, but we certainly enjoy going. And you know, a lot of times the reason I think that we enjoy, let's just say, camping is because not only is it relaxing and all the things that go with it, but it's the journey. It's, I guess you could say, the excuse to go for a long drive. And I really do enjoy going for long drives. In fact, Candy and I do it quite often. Or at least we used to. We used to do it a lot more than we do now, but we used to just go for drives, just drives in the countryside, because let's face it, guys, you know, an automobile or a truck or whatever you like to drive, really, when you get right down to it, is the engine of freedom. It is the absolute engine of freedom. And the reason I say that is because you can just get into your vehicle if you're fortunate enough to have one, which most Americans are, and just go. And you could just go wherever you feel like it. You know, depending on your budget and the cost of gas. Yeah, that kind of thing. And you could just, like I said, a lot of times I like to just go. Like, for example, on this trip, I made a wrong turn and I didn't care. Because it's just so scenic and it's so relaxing just to drive down these long, curvy, farmy country roads any time of year. Candy and I enjoy doing it in the wintertime because there's a certain kind of beauty to just getting out and just going and not really having a schedule in mind. Although, yeah, I guess everybody has to be somewhere at some time for something. But it's just the feeling of not having an additional responsibility, let's just say, if you're just going just to go. And Candy and I have been doing a lot of that with this new Kodiak truck camper. Going just to go. You know, we leave everything in it and just get in and you just turn the key and you go. And if you go to federal or state parks, and a lot of private campgrounds too, it's relatively inexpensive, especially if you're tent camping, which I've done my share of. This I can tell you. Didn't like it, but it got you out. You know, if you, that's one thing about camping. It is the great equalizer. You know, when we, as human beings, we tend to, I don't know how quite to say this, but we tend to keep to our own. You know, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. People that are in certain income brackets tend to stick together. And as hard and painstakingly as it seems, all you need to do is look around neighborhoods to see, you know, groups of races stick together. It just seems natural. It doesn't seem unnatural. It's just the way things are. I mean, I guess, you know, certain species of birds hang with certain species of birds. The bluebirds hang with the bluebirds. The blue jays all hang with the blue jays. The crows all hang with the crows. You get what I'm saying. It just seems that way. But when you go camping, it's not unusual to park your crappy old $500 pop-up canvas camper with the rodent holes in it right next to a $500,000 rig. It's not uncommon. And you know what? The guy in the $500,000 rig and you and your $500 pop-up canvas camper are doing the same thing. I mean, what's the point in taking a $500,000 rig to a campground if you're just going to sit inside it? No, you're out doing the very exact same thing the guy with the $500 setup is doing, or cheaper if you're tent camping. And it's a great equalizer. And the people at the campgrounds, you know, they're obviously of different income brackets. It's pretty plain to see. But it's not unusual for a guy with a $500,000 setup to walk over to your camp and say hello. It's not unusual. You know, it may be unusual, like, you know, the neighbor that lives, you know, a mile down the road from you stays in a $4 million estate, and you're living in your manufactured home. For him to come over and say hello probably isn't going to happen. Let's just be brutally honest. Probably isn't going to happen. But at the campsite, it's different. You know, the guy with the $500,000 rig just may come over and say, probably will come over and say hello, invite you over to the campfire, you know, talk about everything. And it's, like I said, it's just that way. That is the camping outdoor life. I will admit that, you know, I have the big bushy beard and the long hair. I was never like that. I never had this look before now. Until recently. I sort of am rebelling in my age. I guess you could say I'm rebelling. But I I guess you could call it kind of a social experiment because I'm retired and I don't, have a boss that's going to say, hey, if you want to keep your job, get a haircut, trim your beard or shave it. That's, if you're going to work for somebody, you obey their rules. That's just the way it is. I get that. But when you don't work for somebody, you can just let yourself look any way you want to look, which is the look I'm going for, at least ways for now. But in this weird, I guess you could say, just turning senior moment in my life where I kind of just gonna be a rebel, I noticed that people seem more friendly towards me, let's just say. I've never had so many people, like I'll be sitting on the banks when I was fishing in the last video. I think I had probably, it seemed 5 or 6 different people come over and just talk to me, not about fishing or the lake or this. It's like, where are you from? How you doing? Where you camp? Do you live around here? Blah, 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 blah. And it goes on and on and on and on. And it seems like that since I don't know what there is about it. Maybe they feel sorry for me. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But, maybe I should put a cup next to me when I'm fishing. Maybe somebody put some money in it or something. But I don't know what it is. But people will just approach me, it seems like twice as much since I've developed this, let's just say, beatnik, hippie, Santa Claus look, whatever you want to call it. It is without a doubt very noticeable, and to not notice it would be a stretch because I think I kind of like the attention, and that's why I keep the look. I'm approached more. It's true. It's very, in fact, even in front of Candy, I was approached by a woman at Walmart. It's true. And she said to me, thanks for being a manly man. And she meant it. And she knew that I knew what she was talking about. That's a true story. It actually happened. I couldn't believe it myself. So, yeah, I think that was part of keeping the look, too. Oh, don't tell Candy. No, she already knows. Shh. Anyway, camping is the great equalizer, and the long drives home, even better. There's nothing like being out on the open road and seeing the sights and the scenery, and it just never grows old, especially having lived in big cities most of my whole life. This never gets old. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, we'll see you when we get home. God bless.